As we said before, it's your choice, it's your challenge, and it's your opportunity to make integrity, partnership, and affirmation work for you on your team. Whether you're the leader, the one being led, the one that's trying to be a part of that team, it's up to you. But here we are, she's so excited about reading and what she's accomplished this year, and she's waiting to go on stage to get her name read. And what else was promised as part of this junior readers program, the big carrots at the end of the stick? It was that you're going to get a t-shirt, and she's all excited about her new t-shirt. And she's going to get a gold medal. And you know how when a young person looks at a gold medal, when a not-so-young person looks at a gold medal, it's exciting. And best of all, you're going to get to shake hands with the principal of the school, Principal McBride. And we're really excited for her, and we're gathered around. And the assistant principal walks out on the stage, and she says to everyone gathered there, all the parents and kids, "Congratulations, everyone. Tonight's going to be a wonderful ceremony. Let me start by saying that Principal McBride sends his regrets. He won't be able to attend tonight. However, he knows you all did a good job, and I'll be the one giving you your awards and your t-shirts and shaking your hand and blah, blah, blah." I look at my daughter, and Jessica's face just drops. And she's just disheveled and can't believe it. And her whole dream of what this was going to add up to, and maybe why she learned to read, who knows, is because she's going to get to shake this guy's hand, and he's not there. So they call her name, she goes up, she gets her t-shirt, the medal, and we take her out to Baskin-Robbins later, and we're having an okay time, but I go to bed and I can't sleep. I know that she's upset. I know she's been let down. And one side of me is saying, maybe this is what people need to learn at this age. They need to have their innocence shattered to realize that integrity isn't something that we're all able to live up to every single day. Even if it's not on purpose, even if it's well-intentioned, we don't always follow through on our promises. But in going to work the next day, and I'm coming home from a meeting, passing right by the school, I can't help it. I pull over, I walk in, and I'm looking for Principal McBride. And sure enough, there he is doing paperwork, end-of-the-year paperwork. And so I sit down with him. He's happy to talk to me, and I tell him what a nice ceremony it was, and that we're real sorry he couldn't make it, and my daughter was real sorry that he couldn't make it. And he says to me, "Mr. Muchnick, I know how much that meant to those kids, and I feel bad about it too. Say, it's lunchtime now." He's looking at the clock. "Why don't we go out there, and I'll see if maybe I can say something to make everyone realize that I really meant what I felt, and that I'm out there to really support the team." And I picture, you know, a podium with a microphone and him giving a speech, and, you know, the kids eating lunch, probably not even caring. But I say, let him check off the box. He'll feel better about it, and that's fine. So we go out there, and sure enough, there's hundreds of kids. And if you've ever been in a lunchroom like that, it's like a zoo. And the principal comes out, and he's the almighty leader of this organization. So people are tugging at his shirt and at his coat jacket, and they're saying, "Oh, Principal McBride, look what I made in our class today. Principal McBride, look what my mom packed me for lunch today," and on and on and on. But I look at this guy, and he's focused, and he's out there looking for my daughter. And he says to me, "Which one is she?" And I say, "She's the one with the big white bow. You can't miss her. Look to your left." And sure enough, she's the only one in a crowd of hundreds that has the big white bow that's been, I think, drilled to her hair or her head since birth. And there he goes over to her, and he says, sitting down on one knee and putting his hand on her shoulder, and she's in the middle of a pudding cup, so there's pudding everywhere. And he says, "Jessica, I understand that you've read a lot of books this year." And she looks up, and she can't believe it's him. It's God, and he's descended down. And she says, "Yes, I did, Principal McBride." He says, "Tell me about your favorite book." And of course, she had about 10 favorites, so we're going through Dr. Seuss and The Big Chicken and SpongeBob and whoever. And he lets her talk, and he says a few nice words. And then, you know, the kids are clamoring around over the back of his shoulder, and it's hard to even breathe in here. And he says to her, "Jessica, I am sorry that I missed your ceremony the other night, but I want you to know that I am proud of you, and I'd like to shake your hand." And then he does. And the moment was golden. And this kid's face just lit up. And we talked about it the rest of the day, and she called her grandparents. And that night I'm putting her to bed. And you know what I say to her? I say, "Jessica, this was a special day, and I think it shows all of us the importance of what integrity," and of course I'm translating integrity, doing what you say you're going to do, is so important. And you know what? Principal McBride understands exactly what that means. Because affirmation is the third ingredient to effective leadership that really is what keeps a team going. It's about what keeps the momentum flowing. You build this foundation of trust and respect, integrity. You get people working together and carrying each other's loads. That's partnership. But how do you get people to feel what? To feel valued, to feel appreciated, and also to feel like what they do is important. How did Andar do it? Well, I go to think about the word affirmation, and I think this is something that you do to someone else. I affirm your worth. I tell you, thank you for such a great job. I tell you, you know, you really helped me out today. I value your contribution. And you feel affirmed. But how do we do that for ourselves? Are we able to truly affirm ourselves when someone's not around to thank you? After all, how many of us are complaining about getting thanked too much? About getting praised too much? About being overappreciated? Not many of us. There's a guy, Gus, that works at the grocery store by my house. And he comes to mind every time I think of the word affirmation and what it means to self-affirm. To feel good about what you do without waiting for others to make you feel that way. This guy walks around each day and he's hugging and he's kissing customers and his coworkers and even his boss. And he's always got a smile on his face and he's telling a story or a joke or he's laughing. And he's got this, well, it sounds like a mating call to me, but it's this, hello, hello. And you know it's Gus. Half-mile radius. You hear, hello, it's like a yodel. And there's Gus. And he's, how you doing? And he carries this bag of stickers that who knows where he got them. I know they sell them in the store, but he's always got a bag of stickers somehow in his back pocket. Sees a kid, he darts over, he drops what he's doing, he says, here, which is your favorite sticker? You know, is it you know, Buzz Lightyear or Winnie the Pooh? Here, just pick one. He's always got something for the kids. He's always got something friendly to say. And I confronted him the other day and I said, Gus, what is wrong with you? Why are you so happy all the time? I was a bagger when I was in my earlier years. And I know that bagging's a tough job. You know, you're pushing the carts out in the lot and the boss yells at you because you're spending too much time in the lot. And then you come inside and they yell at you because there's too many carts outside. You're either packing the groceries too slow or too fast. It's a thankless job. What makes you so happy? And he says, a long time ago, I realized that if I wait around for others to thank me, to tell me that I'm a good person, and all those other things that we wait on in life, I'm going to be waiting a long time. And you know what? I am not a victim. And so he says, I go out every day, and not only do I make myself feel affirmed, I do it to others. And it's a catchy thing. It's like a good disease. And sure enough, I find myself daily thinking about Gus when I'm having not the best of times, and I think, you know, I'm a good person. How do I make myself feel better about today too, just like Gus? Affirmation is so powerful, and it is what keeps integrity and partnership going on a team.